You can now make online payments to University of Moratuwa via GovPay.
Fishing vessel Dinesh 4, which set out from the Dondra Fisheries Harbour yesterday morning with 5 fishermen on board, was involved in a collision at sea. At around 10 p.m. last night, while sailing approximately 7 nautical miles south of the Galle Fisheries Harbour, the vessel collided with a merchant ship. As a result, all 5 fishermen on board were thrown overboard. One fisherman managed to survive by clinging on to the sinking vessel. The survivor was later rescued this morning by a nearby fishing vessel named Nipuni 1. He was brought to the Galle Fisheries Harbour and admitted to the Galle National Hospital. This morning, a Sri Lanka Navy search and rescue vessel, accompanied by several other fishing boats, departed for the sea area where the accident occurred to locate the 4 missing fishermen. Navy divers were also deployed for the mission. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Air Force deployed a Bell 412 helicopter and a Y-12 aircraft to carry out reconnaissance and rescue operations under the instructions of Defence Secretary Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta. Later, the Navy confirmed that the remains of 2 of the missing fishermen had been recovered and brought to the Galle Fisheries Harbour. The deceased, aged 30 and 56, were identified as residents of Baligama. Several hours later, another fisherman from the capsized vessel was rescued and brought to the Galle Fisheries Harbour. He was admitted to the Galle National Hospital owing to respiratory distress. Rescue missions are still ongoing in search of the remaining missing fishermen from the capsized vessel. Speaking to the media, Director General of the Department of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Susantha Kahawatha, commented on the current situation.
We believe
that the accident occurred after the vessel collided with a merchant ship. Therefore, we have the opportunity to obtain information on merchant ships via an instrument that is attached to these ships. We can also do the same for fishing vessels by using their instruments to obtain information about their routes. After we identify the merchant ship, we will inform the Merchant Shipping Secretariat and take legal action against the vessel.
In a similar incident, a dinghy was involved in another accident off Moragalla Beruala, where 2 fishermen on board went missing. Relatives of the missing fishermen claim that lifeguards failed to act responsibly at the time of the incident. The dinghy involved in the accident was later seen floating at sea and was brought ashore by fishermen from another vessel. Further investigations and rescue operations are currently underway to locate the missing fishermen. In a separate development, the Sri Lanka Navy rescued 4 Indian fishermen aboard an Indian fishing boat that capsized in Sri Lankan waters off Thale Manar. During the rescue mission, Navy personnel located the overturned Indian boat, which capsized after being caught in rough seas north of Sand Dune 7, and safely rescued all 4 fishermen. The rescued individuals, identified as residents of Rameswaram, India, were brought ashore by the Navy and provided with necessary assistance. The fishermen, in good health condition, were subsequently handed over to the care of Thale Manar Police.